guys, welcome to Macros 101. So, regardless of if you're trying to lose fat, build muscle, maintain, or could care less about your fitness goals, I think it is so important to just have a basic understanding of nutrition. Now, I personally think that results rely 1,000% on diet. So I think it's so important that you have an understanding of what you're putting inside of your body. So let's just get right into it. Macros stand for macronutrients, and those macronutrients being carbs, fats, and proteins. Together, your body uses these three macronutrients to function. Your body simply can't function without one or the other. They work together synergistically in your body. Now let's break down each one. First, we'll start with carbohydrates. So everyone has this idea that eating carbs makes you fat. I don't know where people get this idea from. Basically, if you don't eat enough carbs, you're gonna feel drained, you're gonna be tired. Your body's functions, they're not gonna work properly because every single cell in your body runs on carbs. It's the main energy source for every single cell in your body, that including your brain. Now, carbs also fuel the digestive flora in your stomach and your intestines. So if you're not eating enough carbs, your digestion's gonna be pretty crappy. Not only that, but carbs are also stored as glycogen in your muscles. They're used for energy there as well. Now, there are different sources of carbs. Carbs can either be complex or simple. Complex being grains, pastas, bagels, oats, cereals, things that are slower digesting. Simple carbs are quick digesting, such as sugars and fruits. Now, within carbs, we also have fiber. There's insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. Soluble fiber is able to dissolve in water, and insoluble fiber cannot dissolve in water. Now, fiber is important to make sure our digestive system is flowing nicely, keeps us full, and not only that, but it can help lower cholesterol because it carries fat out of the body. Now, carbs also have 4 calories per gram. So, if you were to look on the back of a nutrition label and you saw something has X amount of carbohydrates, we can figure out the amount of calories that come from those carbs because we simply multiply it by 4. So if something says that this piece of fruit has 30 grams of carbs, we know that there's 4 calories per gram, so we do 30 times 4, and that gives us 120 calories from that amount of carbohydrates. Okay, let's move on to protein. Everyone's favorite. So protein is so important for building muscle, making gains, repairing your tissues and your organs, also fuels your hormones, your enzymes, and fuels your immune system. So to keep us healthy, keep our organs strong, keep our hormones going. Now, protein can come from a variety of different sources, including egg whites, fish, chicken, beef, beans. Now, it's important to include a variety of protein sources in your diet. Now, just like carbohydrates, protein also has 4 calories per gram. So if you're trying to figure out how many calories are in X amount of grams of protein, you simply multiply it by 4, just like you do for carbohydrates. Now, to build muscle, you need a certain amount of protein, as everyone's protein intake is individualized. Also, when you are cutting fat, your protein should be a little bit higher as well to make sure that your body isn't catabolizing that muscle that you worked so hard to build. Okay, so the last macronutrient are fats. Fats are so important for your hormones, number 1. Why do I care about my hormones, you may ask? Hormones including ghrelin and leptin, which are your two hormones that communicate with your stomach and your brain to let you know if you're hungry and to let you know if you're full. Also, your fat-burning hormones are fueled by fats. So if you're not eating enough fat, your hormones aren't going to be working well enough to actually burn fat. So that's why it's so important we have an adequate amount. Fats are not only important for your hormones, but they help absorb vitamins. A, D, E, and K. Those are fat-soluble vitamins, meaning fats help absorb those vitamins. Fats are also stored and used as energy. Now, as compared to carbs and protein, fats have more calories per gram. Fats actually have 9 calories per gram. That's why fats can add up pretty quickly in calories. So some good sources of fat would be nuts, oils, avocados, and eggs. Those are some of the most pure forms of fat that you can get. So that's basically an overview of the 3 macronutrients: carbs, fats, and proteins. Now, why is tracking macronutrients or knowing macronutrients different than counting calories? Well, like I said, your body needs all 3 of these to function properly. One does not work without the other. You need a certain amount of carbs to fuel your cells, a certain amount of protein to, say, build muscle, and a certain amount of fat to maintain your hormones. So it's important for you to keep track of each of these macronutrients day in and day out to be sure that you're giving your body exactly what it needs. If you were to just count calories, calories can be 1,000 calories of protein, but you're missing carbs and fat. 1,000 calories can be just carbs, but you're missing protein and fat. You need all 3. Basically, counting macronutrients, you say, okay, I need this amount of carbs, protein, and fat to reach my goals. You hit those numbers, and there you go. You have enough protein to, say, build muscle, enough carbs to really fuel your workouts, and enough fats to keep you satisfied, keep you full, keep those hormones running perfectly. Now, should you track your macros? I think when you're first starting out on your fitness journey, whether that be fat loss, muscle gain, just getting into eating healthy, you should track your macros. Reason being, you will learn about your body. You will know, okay, do I feel better on this amount of grams of carbs, this amount of grams of fats? How do I feel when I have this much protein? Am I not eating enough protein to build muscle? Everybody's bodies are different, and I think it's so important to begin tracking, play around with those numbers, play around with those grams of each macronutrient to know, okay, what do I need to eat to allow my body to function optimally, feel my best, and look my best. Not only that, but tracking macros will also help you understand portion sizes. So when you're weighing out all your food, your protein, your carbs, and your fats, you truly understand, like, wow, like, this is all the protein I should be eating? Because for a lot of us, that's where we kind of fall off the wagon. We might be eating healthy, but if you don't have an understanding of proper portions, you might be overeating. So I really hope that this brief overview on macros kind of helps you understand food a little bit more and where these calories might even be coming from. Now, if you stuck around for this whole entire video, I wanted to offer you guys a free flexible dieting and macronutrient guide that I wrote for you. Now, all you have to do is just email me, which is going to be down below. Email me, make the subject free macronutrient guide. That's it. Like I said before, guys, it's so important to have basic understanding of nutrition. Regardless of who you may be, what interest you might have in fitness, we're putting this food into our body, so we should just know what it's made of and understand how it might affect us. So that's kind of just my way to help you guys. So with that being said, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Definitely let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to sit down and talk to you guys about. Definitely like and subscribe, and I will see you later.